Welcome back to Living East Tennessee. I'm Kelly Smith. Thanks so much for joining us today. Well, do you have what it takes to become a volunteer firefighter? We've got some folks here today who can help us answer that question. From Roane County, we have Chief Phillips, Chief Chris Lackey here beside me, and then firefighter Alexis Water. Thank you guys all so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
We will start with you, Chief Phillips. What type of volunteers are you guys looking for?
Well, really, if you've seen our PSAs that your station's running, it's important that people understand that we're looking for volunteers from really any walk of life. We have learned through this grant that a lot of people don't realize they're served by a volunteer fire department.
Right.
Most departments in Tennessee are volunteer, and people call 911, the fire department comes, and they think, well, you know, they just don't imagine that volunteers are needed and welcomed in departments. So we're looking for folks from all walks of life that can help be operational firefighters and even be administrative support type fire people that can just do, you know, in a fire department there's many jobs and many roles. We need administrative people to do the books and to do the accounting and the budgets, and we also need people to do the supplies and inventory, and then we need people to do the actual real firefighting. So folks from any walk of life, that's what you see from that PSA. Those are real volunteer firefighters that have many different jobs in life, but they find time to volunteer and help their community. Right,
and talking about making a difference, this can be a life-saving difference. How many volunteer fire departments are there here locally?
Well, you know, I'm not sure about just East Tennessee, but there's like 700 fire departments in Tennessee.
Okay.
But the thing is, 88% of them are either all volunteer or mostly volunteer, and then there's another 5% are career, but they still use volunteers. So about 93% of the fire departments in Tennessee need volunteer firefighters and depend on them. So it's just very critical. It's a critical need that we need people to help come on board and be guardians of their community and come on board and help their neighbors and become part of this lifestyle, you know.
And really make a difference out there.
Really
well, what are some of the benefits of becoming a volunteer? You're obviously helping in a great way here, Alexis. Let's talk about some of the things you've seen as far as volunteering.
It's just a great way to help out your community, to get some pretty good experience in leaderships, and it's just really
rewarding, I'm sure, in a lot of ways.
It's extremely rewarding.
Yeah, and Chief Lackey, this is actually your daughter, so you guys are a couple generations here helping folks in East Tennessee. What is that like for you guys?
It's really rewarding. It's really great to have my daughters coming up behind me. Plus, by the way, she's pregnant, and so hopefully we'll have a third one as well. But if we can, we need other people though too, not just our family and stuff, but we need people to help us out, to give us a hand. There's a lot of need all over in our district alone. In Roane County, we have over 5 volunteer departments, and they run 24/7.
Yes,
they answer the call.
So a lot of bodies needed, a lot of helpful folks needed. What's the best place if folks are watching and they want, you know, to inquire more about becoming a volunteer? What's the next step?
To go to our website, it's www, of course, volunteerfiretn.org.
Okay.
And if they'll go to that, they can automatically sign up, and we'll put them with whichever fire department statewide that they're closest to. And because it's just an incredible thing to help your neighbors. If people will come in and see what volunteering is all about, they'll find out that these volunteer firefighters help people on their worst day. And you help people in fires, you help them in emergency medical situations, we help them in wrecks, and just you find out that you have that pride of knowing you're helping your neighbor, and you also become part of this brotherhood and sisterhood that's just nationwide of firefighting, and people find out that they belong, and it's just part of their family. So we just really encourage you, if you've ever thought about it, and you know, go to that website and find out what it's all about, volunteerfiretn.org.
Okay. Well, on behalf of our entire crew, we thank all of you for risking your lives and putting your lives on the line every day to protect our community. Thank you so much for all you do. We really appreciate having you here today.
Thank you for helping us get the word out.
Thank you so much. We will, of course, have that information for you on our website as well. Coming up here